make an account today. And I'll give it a shot. But I might have to get the 50K though, because the 25 is not on discount. For the 25K? Hmm. Makes sense. Just took out a high right now. Question here is, will this high be a hunt or will it not? And this shit's fucking laggy now. What the hell? And I'll have to restart everything. Let me restart again. Alright, hopefully this works. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The price action is definitely waiting for news. Hell yeah. Good luck on that shit. VP Data Science. Nice. What up, Nuke? Alright, let's see what we take out. That 1 hour. Should have sent it with a micro, honestly. From Arrow. What up, from Arrow? This is target. Target, target. And what? On TradingView? Oh, yeah, no idea. Let's see what happens here. Let's see how this shit holds. Let's see how this thing goes. We want it to bounce. We want this thing to bounce all the way up here. All right, let's go ahead and start doing the. Okay, we know we got target for longs there. We're gonna mark out previous day low. Previous day low. I'm gonna mark out previous day high. Same. We got previous day high, previous day low, right? We got nothing but price action is taking out the highs. We're gonna mark out all-time highs, right? This is very important. All-time highs slash buy sell liquidity. We're about to hit target. Target is almost at its point. All right, what do we have here? We have an imbalance here, right? Even though this is an imbalance on the 4-hour, I personally don't care for this guy, personally. But the reason why I want to look at this guy is because we have an up close, a green candle here, which means this guy right here is a potential rejection zone. So I'm going to go ahead and mark down this midpoint, and we're going to put 4-hour. Dubs, I am done for the day. Don't tell me you took those longs. Tell me you took those longs, man. You took those longs? If you did, good shit, dude. Good catch. Good fucking catch. My target for the longs today was this guy right here. This is what I'm targeting for longs. On the 1-hour, there's a fair value gap here with a bearish breaker. Shorts and longs. Nice, nice. Yeah, I don't want to trade right now because news is coming out soon, so I'm gonna stay on the sidelines. So this is right here. This is main target for longs today. Main target. Main target for longs. Right? What do we do here? We have equal highs. We're taking out these highs. So we need to come into a section here where price action is interested in balancing out before it goes lower for a retracement, right? So price action yesterday, we came down to equal lows, right? We took out this guy here. And then we continue going lower, taking out this liquidity, right? There's nothing down here that if price action breaks, it's going to make it bounce from here, right? It's going to want to go super, super low. So at that point, price action cannot leave this guy's open if the trend is bearish, right? So in this case, if the trend is bearish, for example, which obviously we're still in a bull run long term, we've been on a bull run, price action needs to go back up, balance things out before a retracement. However, we took out sell side liquidity yesterday, which means this pump, grind balance here, coming back down to more fuel, this guy right here, this inverse value gap, and this pump we're currently making is understandable. Yep. Yes, sir. Rom, you got the right thing. The right bias, sorry. Let's see. So we have 4-hour mean threshold. We have target for longs here due to this 1 hour for rally gap. Why is it important as well? We have a bearish breaker. We have a bearish breaker here, right? Another thing we want to focus on today is we have some imbalances here where price action has consolidated here and here for a bit. So this is a point of interest. So if we were to go for long, shorts today, I'm looking for sell side liquidity. I'm looking for previous day low to be taken out and then taking this guy taken out, right? So if previous low gets taken out today, I'm not looking for a bounce here. I'm more interested in price action going lower. That's what I'm really interested in. Now here, all of these sections are point of interest for a reversal, which means either we take the risk for a continuation trend or we count this as a hunt and we're looking for that market structure shit and we take the risk at catching the high, right? So what do we look for? We look for an inverse for rally gap that gets disrespected, damage hits the lows, price action goes back to it, and then we short, right? And then we short. We do not take this guy. The reason we're not taking here is because we have news FOMC in a bit, right? But originally, we're in shorts here, right? Stop loss at the highs. You're looking for sell side liquidity now, right? This is what we would do originally. You're expecting that this right here is a buy side liquidity hunt. Trend now disrespects this guy, comes back down, grabs the imbalances. I mean, this liquidity bounces into this inverse rally gap, and now we expect a rejection. That's what we want to see, right? However, we're not taking this trade because we have news in a couple minutes. So at that point, before news happens, price action could just go anywhere. So I'll rather miss the trade than anything else. Now for forward testing purposes, then obviously we're in this mental trade right now. Stop loss will be 10 ticks above these highs. We enter that consequent encroachment, right? This is a paper trade, mental trade, just for forward test purposes. You know, we always want to have these tests here that give us our journal results percentage. Going into the weekly here, price action took care of this liquidity down here on this wick. Obviously, if we drop below this line here, we're going to start targeting these wicks down here. So I'm interested to see first previous day low get taken out on the weekly. I'm interested to see if price action wants to reject from up here, or is price action really bullish? All right, will we do another bullish run, or will this be the case? What do we have here? We have a fair rally gap here, a bullish fair rally gap with a bullish breaker that got disrespected. Then we came down, we took internal lows. Now we're going back to the consequent encroachment of this inverse fair rally gap that used to be a bullish fair rally gap. What does that mean? That means that there's a high probability that price action would go ahead and reject from here at this daily inverse fair rally gap. Right? So what does this mean? That this right here can act as a hunt, buy side liquidity hunt, and we can be at the top, at the peak of the market, and then continue going lower. That's the chances we're willing to take today, right? So we're looking for shorts today. Obviously, we would have taken shorts here. That we would be fucking banking right now. Right? It's about 188 ticks. The reason we're not entering is because we have news in a bit. Perfect setup though. 100% perfect setup. Just because we missed this trade doesn't mean we don't have time to enter again. Today, I'm going to paper trade. I will not be taking anything trades because we have FOMC. But when price action takes these lows, there's going to be a inverse for rally gap. There's also going to be a break of structure. And the candle that closes below is going to leave a regular for rally gap, right? A SIBI. What does that mean? We expect the dump. we expect the retracement, and then we expect the continuation. This is when you can enter again. Perfect rejection here. I'm gonna go with today. Price action is gonna take out the lows. That's my bias overall. This is gonna be sell side liquidity. Alright. I'm only reading price action today, guys. If I take a trade, it's gonna be on an evaluation. We have news right now, so I'm just gonna tape read until then. After news, I'm not taking any trades. I would like to see price action bounce back up. We just took out this equal lows here. We just damaged this liquidity here. We also have a bullish fair value gap on the 5-minute time frame that the body closed above these highs, right? So now we should expect a retracement back to this guy here. And then I would like to see price action bounce and then reject. Why am I choosing this fair value gap over this guy? Because we have relatively equal lows here, which means there is a lot of liquidity here that this candle had to break through, which means this guy right here had a lot of momentum. There's a lot of sellers in this area. There were no buyers present. So at that point, I'll rather take the risk here, shorting it and taking a loss than taking a loss down here. If this were to be the bull run right here, this is a target for longs, right? We got news in 11 minutes. By news, I mean the Powell speech. It's at 10 a.m. What do you guys think the market's gonna do? Is it gonna pump or is it gonna dump for the speech? Ten more minutes. I think we fucking just skyrocket all the way up here and then we dump. That's my bias for news. Obviously, I'm on a paper shorts right now, so I'm entering here. I'm doing an add-on here. I should just go on a paper account, honestly. So I just entered here as an add-on at the consequent encroachment. Right, just about there. And then I will be wicked in right there. And then I would like to see a dump, right? So this right here will be my add-on from this trade over here. Average for the stop loss is probably around here. This will be my stop loss for the average. And then I'll take the loss right there at break even. That's what I would do. But it's 9:51 so far. We'll see what's up. And this trade was really solid. We took about 311 ticks. Very, very solid trade. Also, if you guys have a funded account and you're trading news, especially if it's Apex, good luck. We have relatively equal lows, possible sell side grab, right? A 5-minute for rally gap here, and maybe a bounce. I would be stopped out right here at this average. This would be my break even stop out at the highs from here. So that's it. So if I entered here, I took partials, I did an add-on here, and then I get stopped out here at break even. That will be the trade I will do for this shorts, right? You're always risking add-ons to make potentially more profit. That's the way the pyramid works. So just because you get stopped out sometimes doesn't mean it's never going to work. You're always willing to take those chances, because the day it does work, what if price action just continues dying here, right? And you start making much more money. So it's always worth the risk. Stop loss at break even, always. Obviously right now, I think market is going to pump all the way up here. That's my belief for news. And then we dump immediately. That's what I would like to see, but you just don't know. Trend is still bullish. We dump, gamer. Yeah, there's a bar. I do think we dump, but I think we pump first. I think we pump. We haven't broken any actual structural low. Now, if we go into the 15-minute, see how there's a lot of consolidation here? We need to break these lows so we can start tackling the bottom side. Not until then, this trend is 100% bullish. What do we have here? We have a liquidity wick, possible rejection here. On the 1 hour, we took out equal highs here, but I think the point of interest is this guy. This is a target for longs right here. 6 more minutes. Possible rejection here at the consequent encroachment of that wick. High rejection. High probability, I mean. Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna need to break these highs for it to be bullish. We're still here. I do think this pumps up 100%. So you think news is gonna go up a little bit and then dump? That's what you think. Makes sense? Win rate 1%. That's funny. Yeah, 100%, dude. I think we pump. Pump, pump, pump. Yeah, pump for now, and then we dump. If you're inside a funded account with news out, Apex is not going to give you the profits. Alright, guys, who's gonna full port this shit on a paper account? Patience, patience, they say. This is what I'll do. If I were to gamble today, I would enter like this. Stop loss here, target here. This would be my paper trade for news. Inverse for longs after the sweep. Remember, if you're inside a trade right now with a funded account and it's Apex, Apex is not going to pay you. They do not consider news trades as profits. Just so you know. This will be my paper trade for news. See what happens. Wait, why is this on the 1 minute? See what the 5 minute has. Yeah, I'll take that. I would take that gamble on news. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. See what happens here. Alright, today's one of those days where price action doesn't even move. Man, talk about no movement. Well, I guess not. Fed Chair Powell testimony at 10 a.m. Yeah, it's at 10 a.m. Oh, I'll be looking for a trade at 10:30. We'll see. Yeah, I would take this out. It's a lost cause, guys. Lost cause. No longer bullish. Let's see what happens. Alright, let's mark our highs and lows so we can see what we can trade today. This will be my external high. This is going to be my external low. If we break and close below this low with imbalance, we're going to go in today. This is our target. This is our entry for shorts. Oh, what the hell? So we're going to look for something like this. This is what I'm going to take today. So I'm going to stay patient until then. Right? So what do we have here? We have previous day high. We took out buy side liquidity. Equal highs here. Right? Consolidation here. Point of interest for longs is this 4-hour mean threshold. However, if we were to break these lows with a candle closing below this low, the body, and we leave an imbalance, I'm going to short it. Because at that point, we're going to start targeting these lows. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm not taking longs at all today. I would just, well, I'll be open for longs. But I'll rather take shorts personally. I'm open for longs, but I'll rather take shorts. Talk about a choppy news session. Oh, it's coming, they say. Alright, that gamble, that paper trade gamble from earlier, we're wicked in. We got wicked in here. Now the target is right here. This is the target now. This right here is the entry point. Stop loss. I'll probably do stop loss. If I were in these longs. See, the thing is that if it would have been an aggressive news, I think I would have been worked out here. This thing would have just fucking shot down and pumped, or pumped and then shot down very aggressively. Yeah, we're just waiting for him to show up. That's why it's consolidating. But this is my gamble for news. This is the gamble here. Yeah, I'm watching right now. I'm waiting for him to fucking say hello. So far, we would be up right now 100 ticks. I would take partial right here at these highs. Just so you guys know, man, I'm not taking trades today in my funds. I'm legit just gonna read price action today. I don't like taking trades during FOMC. Just a heads up. So everything I do today, I'm just gonna read price action. I could probably go into a paper account right now, actually, and just trade it that way. You know, some forward tests. So this will be just about 121 ticks so far. It's not too shabby. Mr. Scott is just yapping. The 5-minute BISI. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the consequent encroachment here? Oh, because I went in based off the inverse on this SIBI. See how we just went up? And just because the sentiment is bullish right now, that's the only reason why. Nothing specifically, honestly. We came down. We haven't really taken major lows. We bounced off a really valid BISI here. We left a big giant wick, so price action can just. This is what I see today, until PM session. If I'm really being honest, this is what I see. And then we fucking take off. What? It doesn't matter if downwards or upwards, but you know how normally we just chop in the zone? My externals. That's why I'm only gonna wait to take a trade after the externals get damaged. So what I'm gonna do is this. The first breakout, if this is a breakout, I'm gonna see this as a hunt. If this is the breakout and we damage these lows, I'm gonna enter as a continuation, because at that point we already took out buy side because of equal highs. So then this becomes the hunt. But if this is a breakout, then I'll drop down to the 1 minute and I'll anticipate that that's the hunt, and I'll take a loss that way if I'm incorrect. But most of the time we normally see range, and then PM session takes off, right? So as long as we have these externals here, I'm gonna stay patient until then, because at the end of the day, if you're catching the bottom of the trend, you're gonna find a lot of ticks, right? So that's the goal, finding those those ticks. Just because you entered here and now you're up 300 ticks, that's a really, really good profit. But at the end of the day, to me, this is a gamble because there's news today. So that's just the rules I have for myself. And prop firms don't allow you to trade during this time. It should have hit your your BISI by now. Let's see. Yeah, you should have been wicked in at consequent encroachment. Right here. 174.50. If you got in those longs, you'd be up right now. About 100 ticks. So this was the entry. This is the stop loss right here, right? Right here. Actually, we entered on the inverse. This was the entry, and this was the stop loss for the longs. We're simply going in because price action took equal lows here, sells our liquidity, a valid bounce area. So that's why we're bullish. Do we have price of interest here? Point of interest? Yes, we do. We have longs here. So this is our target. I don't have an eval account with Apex right now, so I can't trade. They're all funded, so I have no option but stay on the sidelines right now. I'll have to buy another eval. I could trade a take profit eval actually. Yeah, we could do that. That's the reason why I'm tape reading today, because if not, I would just fucking rock in my way with an evaluation. Just a mental trade. Stop loss down here. Do not take. I mean, it's a little too late, but yeah, like if I'm not willing to take it, there's no need for anybody willing to take it. See what we have here. Oh, dude. 4 limits below the consequent encroachment. And it went directly to consequent encroachment and then bounced. That's fucking insane. Let's see. The break even goes up as soon as you take partials. So if you took partials here, your stop loss is now at break even. If you take partials at buy sell liquidity, your stop loss is at break even. So it all depends how you trade, right? Now I like to trim every 50 ticks, right? So I would have taken partials here at 50 ticks. I would have taken partials here at 100 ticks. And then I would have taken partials at 150. So I would have had 3 partials by now. However, every single time we break structure with an imbalance, we add to our position. So far, we haven't broke structure with an imbalance, so there's no need for us to add. Oh yeah, let's check what ES is doing. Yeah, you're right, you're right. More like a forward trade, you know, forward test trade. Slash paper. Alright, let's see what ES is doing right now. This is the target right here. Alright, you see how we just broke structure, body closed above the highs? This is an add-on. So we add here. Right at consequent encroachment. And then your stop loss, you can put your stop loss below these lows right here. You guys just did the same thing on the 5-minute time frame. We just broke structure, body closed above the highs. We now have a fair value gap here, so we expect price action to come back down, fulfill here, and then go back up, right? We still have 3 minutes on this candle, so we still don't know if this is an actual imbalance. We gotta wait for this, but we know that this candle closed above the highs. That's what's important here. So I will add here consequent encroachment. And this guy right here, so far, it's not even an imbalance. We still gotta wait. Would I enter there, not just add on? This is the 1 minute time frame. Personally, I wouldn't enter here as an entry because we just took out buy side again. So that could be a hunt. That could be a fake out. But now if your bias is 100% bullish, it's never worth the. It doesn't hurt to take the risk, you know. It's always worth the risk. Stop loss right here, 10 ticks below. So if you're at 27, I'll put 37 tick stop loss. And then, do you have a target? And the answer is yes. I would go in like that, right? So that's what I would do, but nah, I wouldn't do it honestly. Your stop would be right here, just about there. This is where I would put my stop, break even stop. You're always willing to take the add-ons here, but the reason why the risk is worth it as an add-on is because what happens if the trend is bullish and it's just continuing the whole time? That means this contract here is gonna make you another set of possibly 200 ticks. That's why the add-on is worth it. Stop loss below this low. There's an order block here. Price action can bounce off the mean threshold and then continue. So you always want to put it at a protected low. If your average is here, then put it at your break even. If your average is at the bottom, then consider putting it at a protected low. If it goes below these lows, then price action is most likely not bullish no more. We're still waiting on this candle to see if it's going to leave us a bullish fair value gap. First trade, good shit, dude. This is where you take partials again. Right here. You should have a limit order here for partials. If we break structure, we need an imbalance, you add again. You always want to sacrifice the runners. That's the best thing you can do. So we left the BISI here on ES. So at some point of the day, price action can come back down into it and have some either a small rejection here or a bounce, but most likely a bounce due to the fact that this candle did break some equal highs here. So there's a lot of potential for a small retracement. You know, there's always a risk where it converts into an inverse, but those are the risks we're willing to take, right? Sometimes when you're trading and you do an add-on like this, if you see price action comes down, disrespects this guy, comes out and then bounces, fails to go higher, that right there is telling you that price action is most likely no longer wanting to go higher. So this could be a possible hunt. So at that point, if your stop loss here at this protected low, you can always move your stop loss here at this low. Because at that point, if price action breaks these lows, then it's going to want to go lower, right? What do we have here? We have a volume imbalance. This is a point of interest as well. You should have a limit order here for partials. If this candle breaks and closes above the high, or the next candle, doesn't matter. But as long as the candle that closes above the high and leaves an imbalance, you add again, right? So that's what we're waiting for now. Take partials here if you're seeing this. Take one contract off. Stop loss still at the lows. Yeah. Yep. This would be for ES. It wouldn't be bad, right? Stop loss would be here. 10. I would do it probably like 8 ticks. 18, 14, maybe 10 ticks. I don't know. Where's this guy? 24. I don't know. I don't really trade ES as much. So I don't know where to put. I would just put my stop loss below this low. I don't know about ticks wise. I always do 10 ticks on NQ, but I don't know about ES. I don't know if 10 ticks is worth it or 5. All right. See, if you would have taken partial here, you know, because it showed you that it didn't want to go up higher, that would have been a good one. We left an imbalance here, but this imbalance didn't break structure, so you do not add here. Stop loss is here for break even, and that would be the trade of the day, right? For this guy, that's not bad. 223 ticks in exchange for 66. The ratio is 3 to 1, so it's worth it. This thing almost worked us out. We're still in the trade. See how we break and close above these highs? Remember, you have a partial here, right? You have a partial here as well. If the candle closes above the highs, body's closing above the high with an imbalance, you add another set here. And then your stop loss is at the low. Obviously, we had another low here, so your break even is going to be the average, whatever your average is. So at this point, we'll still have the stop loss here for right now. We know we added here, and then let's see if it breaks the highs. So far, ES seems to be going up. I still think ES might want to come back down though. If it comes back down here and does not bounce, NQ's gonna die. See if we break this high with an imbalance. If you see that there's a failure going, you can always put your stop loss at the midpoint of this order block, at the mean threshold. That's never a bad thing. All right, see what this candle does. Point of interest right now can be the midpoint of this fair value gap here. For an add-on, we need this body's candle to close above the highs. That's what we want. So for example, we added here, right? Just this contract that we added, we're up 61 ticks right now, 64. So this contract right here, it does not matter if it's a micro or not. If it is a micro, just one simple micro, you're up at least $25 on an add-on that you did not risk money on. The only thing you were risking is break even. The candle went ahead, it closed above the high, right? If we leave an imbalance here, we add. We have to wait for this imbalance here. You already took a partial here, right? So now let's say your break even is your average is somewhere around here. We're gonna put average stop loss. We'll just do it like that. Remember, we took a partial here. The candle closed above, no imbalance, so we do not add. Point of interest here. You see these volume imbalances? That's a volume imbalance. Price action come back down and bounce from here. Those are price, like point of interest. The reason why I have my stop loss here is because this is an order block, which means at the mean threshold, there's a high chance that price action comes to the midpoint and then bounces, right? So you want to have it below the mean threshold. Now, if your average is higher, then I will put my stop loss at the break-even point. Who cares if you get stopped out, right? Now, if you see that you might get stopped out, then maybe take another partial if you want. But normally, I just like to hold and put my stop loss at the break-even. In this case, we're going to put our stop loss at the mean threshold. We're going to put 3 ticks below the mean threshold, so we're going to put our stop loss here. That's what we're going to do. Now, we're waiting to see if we can break another high with an imbalance. That's what we're waiting to see. We failed to break higher with an imbalance, which means price action is no longer wanting highs. It's resisting. See what happens here at the order block. See we bounce. We know that price action needs to go lower on ES due to the fact that we have a 5-minute BISI here. This 5-minute BISI was a break of structure. However, if you look at the time, where's buy side liquidity here? Have we taken out buy side liquidity? No. So the question here is, are you willing to risk an entry here at consequent encroachment for buy side liquidity? And is the risk to reward worth it? Yeah, it depends where your stop loss is. I will put my stop loss maybe here, and I don't know. It's a 1.7 to almost a 102 ratio. So maybe worth it. We have a point of interest here for long still. See how we came down to the midpoint? We did an immediate bounce. That's the reason why the midpoints for order blocks are really good. All right, we're still bullish, so we expect a bounce from here. If it's bearish, it's gonna come and wick us out here at the average. Now, if you think it's gonna hit you out, then maybe take a partial here, right? And then let your next one get hit. So in total so far on this trade, we're up 253 ticks. See how we disrespect this little imbalance here. This guy here is honestly useless, in my opinion. I don't trust these guys, but you know, there's always imbalances where we need to break them. Sometimes they get respected really well. I just choose not to use them. All right, we're still in the trade. We still have not hit stop loss. Let's see if we break and close above these highs. Break and close with imbalance. We know we wanted this. This is what we wanted here. What's the next move? I'm looking for shorts, but I can't take shorts unless we have a protected low taken out. That's what I'm really interested. Right now, I'm just paper trading. And I also have to wait because I don't have evaluations. The only evaluation I have right now is take profit. 276, good spot for reversal. Yes, 100%. That's what I'm waiting for. I want that to be taken out. I also want buy side liquidity to be taken out on ES. So that's what I'm waiting for. So in reality, we could take a return at 11 a.m. So around here, London close, we can have that reversal. That's what I'm waiting for. And at that point, I could take a trade with my funds. All right, you guys see how stop loss never got hit, right? We put it 4 ticks below the consequent encroachment, the mean threshold of this order block, sorry. Price action came down to the mean threshold, immediate reaction. If you see that there's also a resistance here, then you can take a partial. If you just want to hold, I always hold for this. I want to see a break and close with an imbalance, and then we'll add more. We'll take partial, and then we'll add another contract. If it's just one runner that you have left, just get out whenever you're happy with your results. If you want to do it, move your stop loss to the lows, right? If you don't want to, then it is what it is, right? So price action can come down into the midpoint of this wick here and then continue going higher. So we're going to put our stop loss here. This is where we're going to trail stop loss. Failed to go higher. It's not breaking the highs. Come back down, volume imbalance, a wick here, which means it's liquidity, and then continue going higher. We also know that we want price action to go lower because ES needs to go lower to grab this imbalance if it wants to continue to go higher, unless it just pumps. See what happens here. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna put break and close with balance for add-on. We can just do that. That way we know. We should have just paper traded this one, honestly. I didn't think about swapping accounts. Like actually take the trade inside, you know? That's what I should have done. Our first add-on so far has been successful, right? Obviously, we added down here because we were in shorts and we got disrespected. We got stopped out break even. Now we added here, and look at us now. We're up about 60 something ticks on this add-on, right? So you're always willing to risk that add-on for something else. If you have a target, we do have targets for highs. All right, let's see if we break and close above this guy with an imbalance. Take a partial here, right? So we will take a partial here, and then we will add more. Now, if you only have one contract left, then just trail your stop loss. Go ahead and put your stop loss down here. There's no need for price action to go below this guy right here. If it goes below this guy, it's most likely going to come down here. We have a volume imbalance here. If you have one runner left, just trail it. If you think you're satisfied with the profit here, just take your profit here. If you have two runners left, I would do a partial whenever you're happy, or do a partial trailing that last runner. I mean that runner you want to take out, and then add on one more to your position. So we'll see. We just broke and closed above these highs, which means we're looking for another add-on here. So we're looking for add-on here, and then stop loss is going to be the break even now, right? So remember that add-on we added here at the bottom? That add-on is now currently up 140 ticks just from this entry here. A contract that you didn't risk money on. And everybody's so quiet. Where are you guys at? Oh, hi, buddy. I'm looking for 272. Yeah. Yeah, then I'm looking for shorts for the reversal. So we're looking for ES to take out buy side liquidity. That's what I'm looking for, right? So yeah. Yeah, it's almost there though. It's almost there. So far from this entry, we're up 312 ticks. So, and then we added once. No, I'm just paper trading it. I couldn't take that PA. That was a red folder time. Nice, nice. Yeah, but we tape read this to a T. See, and that's the beauty about it. It's like you always want to do these forward tests because it makes you happy, right? Like you're like, oh fuck, I understand price action. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? But at the end of the day, it gives you the confidence, and that's what you want. You want the confidence. So you guys stopped out, figure out why. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then even though this is target, if you're content, take full profit. To risk, take partials and add more. There you go, right there, buddy. Boom. So I would take partial somewhere around here, right? We had a down close candle and then we pumped again. So that means that we want to see a partial here at the break of structure. If you only have one contract left, your average can move if you don't want to lose this profit, or you can leave it at the lows and add on here for an exchange of possible more buy side liquidity. That's the risk you're willing to take. We're going to put this as the partial line, right? If we break these highs with an imbalance, then our add-on becomes this point. And our stop for our average is either whatever the average or these lows, this down close candle here. New all-time highs on ES? Yes. Hell yeah. Which means this can skyrocket still, or that could be the hunt for ES and NQ dies. See if we break these highs with a body close above them. What time is it already? 10:45. We got about 15 more minutes before we find some reversals. Possible reversal for London close. 5 minute for value gap, possible rejection. We just hit our partial target here. Obviously, ES has no targets no more. Right. This is all-time highs. All-time highs for ES. Take it easy, buddy. See how we're breaking and we're failing to go higher? Move your stop loss now to this down close candle here. Now we're going to go ahead and target the mean threshold. Now we're looking for a high with an imbalance. That's what we're looking for. We want to break a structure with imbalance, right? So can we break this guy with an imbalance for an add-on? This will be my stop loss now. I no longer want this guy here. I can care less about this guy. The reason why is because we had a swing low here, down close candles. We had a high. Price action just broke the highs and failed to go higher with a body close with momentum, right? So that is telling us that it's losing volume. Well, obviously on ES we just broke all-time high, so the extension can be, it's a void. We don't know. We don't have targets. Overall though, full target got hit. Next target 301, right? Still we're breaking close with an imbalance. Stop loss here. This is our stop loss. See how we just had a swing high, down close candle, and we just broke another swing high? This is when you can go ahead and move your stop loss if you want to. I'm going to put my stop loss here. I will into the next trade though. I'll enter shorts. We just gotta wait for them to happen. Alright, let's see if we break these highs with an imbalance for an add-on. See what price action does here on ES. You know, a lot of us are disappointed because we entered here on paper or we didn't enter a trade, right? But you shouldn't be disappointed if you missed this. Simply because you missed this doesn't mean it's bad. Just take the profit, take the knowledge, the experience. You know, we took shorts earlier here, right? We took shorts here. Comes back down, we take partials. Goes back up, we added. We added because that's the rule. Candle close below the low. Take an add-on here. And then stop loss at the average, and we got stopped out. What do we do then? We anticipated that price action was going to go into a bull run. We had a point of interest. We entered at the consequent encroachment 5-minute inverse fair value gap. Stop loss was below this fair value gap's candle. And we hit our first target, right? Now, what do we expect here? We expect a reversal. These high time frame PD arrays are reversal points. We want them to act as resistance. What do we want here in ES? We want this guy to be disrespected. If it gets respected, we're still in, well, we were in the trade. We are now out. So officially got stopped out here. Officially stopped. Right? Now, could I have misplayed this? Yes, possibly. Why? Because I understand that price action is interested on this guy down here. But at this point, we were up, what, 374 ticks? Why am I going to just have my stop loss down here? You know, just take the profit. It's probably my last runner. I'm okay with this. I'm already content with this. If it happened here, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. All right. So I'm officially out of the trade. See how good this guy gets respected. Fromero. Aki, what's up, man? Are you guys here? Hi, buddy. Have you taken any trades today? Remember, paper trading is good experience, especially when it comes to learning a strategy. Confidence, growing confidence on your model. I'm expecting a reversal for London close. That's what I like to see. We're still almost at 11 a.m. Let's see if we have one more buy-side liquidity hunt. Your mic doesn't work? Rip. It's all good, buddy. Wesley, what do you have here? You got a 5-minute for rally gap. Vibes are high today, fellas. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, this is really good. I mean, look at that. We wanted shorts here. We entered here. We made profits. We wanted longs here. We entered here. We made profits. I mean, what else do you want to see? We can't ask for anything more than this, right? Now, unfortunately, right, we're stuck in news, so it's a news day, so I personally stay away. I mean, if you guys caught this shit, then fuck. You banked. Alright, you guys see how we're disrespecting this 5-minute for rally gap here on ES? That's really good right now. We just hit buy side liquidity, which means all-time highs. What can price action do? It can come down, take this low, and then reverse. So you see how we have a BISI here? This is what I would like to see. I'm willing to take this risk. Now, how am I willing to take this risk on NQ? I want to see buy side maybe get taken out once again, or I want to see a low get taken out with an imbalance, and then we can jump in. At the moment, we didn't make any imbalances here, which means we don't have inverse fair value gaps. That's the only bad part right now. This was our add-on from the earlier, right here. We officially got stopped out over here, so. Did you guys take any trades? Hips, did you take any trades? I want to see this today. With disrespect. This is when I was short. You caught the same trade as Swish? Hell yeah. Good shit. Nice, nice. Yeah, you got out early. You got out early here. It's all good though. That's 300 something ticks, pretty much what we caught here. It's good, really, really good though. Till we break the highs again. I'm gonna enter shorts today, boys. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, what do we have here in the 5 minute? We got a nice fat rejection here. We have an inverse fair value gap. Damn, price action already tapped into it. Tapped into it right here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. See what happens here. If we were trading off the 5 minute, we would enter right here. Right on this candle. Why on this candle? Because on the 5 minute, there's an inverse fair value gap that got wicked in. So this candle right here is this wick right here. Right? And then this guy right here is the 5 minute inverse fair value gap right here. You see this inverse? Right here, there's an inverse. So I'll show you guys. See that inverse fair value gap right here? That's an inverse, which means price action came up on this candle, tapped into the inverse, and then it's most likely gonna die. However, I don't like the inverses like this. I don't trade those. I like doing the 1 minute ones. So instead, I want to see that happen on the 1 minute time frame. So I want to see price action do this now. This is what I would like to see. And then one down close candle. That's a trade I'm willing to risk 100%. Something like that. And then I short. If this doesn't happen, oh well, it is what it is. See what happens here. Da, 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 da. We know we want ES to drop. We want it to bounce. Grab the inverse, right? It already tapped into it on this candle here, but we want to see it differently. So we're looking for a 1 minute type trade. If not, if you're in the 5 minute, this is your entry right here. I want to do it on the 1 minute, so I'm looking to see it confirm. Oof. Da, da, da. Today's Thursday. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's go ahead and delete this guy. See what's going on. So this is a 5 minute technically. Alright, this is a 5 minute right now on NQ. It's just I'm able to see the 1 minute and the 5 minute at the same time. We know we have a SIBI here on the 5 minute, right? So we understand that. So we can see price action maybe go one to one more dump and then continue dumping. If that happens, there's going to be a break of structure with a SIBI. So we're going to go ahead and short it here when it retraces into it. That's when I'll short. And I'll actually enter a trade then. I'm willing to risk that. We have a SIBI here on the 1 minute. We have a SIBI here on top. I want to see price action go up and then come down, breaking structure. Where we just made it to consequent encroachment. If your bias is 100% bearish for the day, this is when you normally enter and you put your stop loss at the highs, right? That's what you do. Now, we are going to play a bit more safe because obviously ES just did all-time highs. So we want to see if this is an actual rejection point. You would have entered here. Stop loss would have been 10 ticks above these highs, just about here. And then that's your entry point right there. We just hit consequent encroachment, and then we should die. I'm just going to make sure this thing breaks structure with imbalance. I'll enter there, and I'll put my stop loss at the highs. Damn, if we would have added here, that would have been crazy. It is good. It is good. Oof. Yes. We broke structure here with a BISI. If you're bullish, this is where I would enter, right? If you're bullish. This to me is not a reasonable entry personally because we haven't really taken anything out here. However, we did come bouncing and we bounce off of like an actual point of potential long. So it's worth it for an add-on if you entered here. I would add it here. It's not worth it for an entry for me. Alright, we want this thing to rocket up, taking out highs, coming back down, taking lows. That's what we want to see. Once that happens, we have a SIBI here, and we're gonna short. So the key is patience. If this does not happen, we just don't take a trade today. What about you guys? What do you guys think? We pumped, we dumped. We have this. This was our target. We unfortunately didn't get hit over here. We are looking for shorts though. We dumped Shirley. I like that. I like that. See, if you want to like dump it and you want to take a risk, this right here is what you want to do. And you just start targeting the lows. At that point, you're just catching the high of day, right? Oh shit, I just saw this. Inverse for rally gap with a SIBI. I legit just saw this. Right here. Potential shorts right here. Entry. On ES. We're going to go ahead and do this. Why is... What the hell's going on here? Alright, we can short here. Possible shorts. We're just waiting to see if it's going to break. This will be the entry for shorts right now. Let's see what NQ does. Thinking about entering 2 contracts here on ES. We'll see though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Two minis? Nah, not too many. 2 micros, buddy. Come on, man. We're on a take profit account, 25K. We can't risk that much. ES is worth their shorts right now. NQ is worth the shorts too. Let's see where we're at. We're about anticipating that this is the high of day. Entry will be due to this guy. Let's go ahead and take 2 contracts here as a starter. We're going to take 2 starters here. Do not take this, by the way. Do not take this. We're anticipating that ES right here is going to go ahead and take the high of day due to this inverse for rally gap. So due to that, we're going to go ahead that this is the final high of the day. If we break structure, we're going to go in heavy. 2 macros. That's all we got. Does not matter if it goes against us. We're not risking a lot. We're anticipating that ES is at the high. Do not take this though. We're still waiting for the confirmation. I'm in light. I'm in super light. Entry was here. My stop loss is gonna be the highs. If ES breaks structure, I'm gonna add. Wait to see if ES breaks structure, and then I'll add my original setups. Can we break structure? That's the real question. Why is this risky? Because we haven't broken any lows. We're also at all-time highs here, right? This is just to see if what's price action gonna do here. Do not take this trade up. I'll let you guys know when there's an actual trade. I'm waiting to see if price action wants to break these lows here. Price action breaks these lows, I'm gonna add on NQ. I entered because we were here on ES on the inverse, but I'm just waiting to see if ES wants to break these lows. If it doesn't, it's 2 micros. What are we down? What, $20, $30? Well, depends. If it breaks these lows, I'm adding. I'm at full size. I'm gonna put my stop loss at the high, and that would be my loss if I lose. If it doesn't, it breaks these highs, then I take the trade off. Do not enter. I'm gonna leave a limit order at the entry when like I actually think it's a good setup. Right now, I just want to see what price action does here. So to point it, if we break here, we add on NQ. That's what I'm doing. If we break this low, I'm gonna add here on NQ. We're entering not base of NQ. Well, there is a SIBI, but we're entering base of ES. There's an inverse for rally gap right here. So we're entering base on ES. I mean, we could just enter on ES, but I just don't like the movement on ES. Super slow. It's failing to go lower. Came down to 50% here. We need to disrespect this low. Same. So we're waiting for. This breaks the low. It's gonna want to come down here into this 5-minute for rally gap, right? Which means if ES drops, NQ is gonna tank with it. So then at that point, you add wherever NQ is at. We're anticipating that this is gonna break the low. Now, if you don't like the way how it moves, obviously because NQ is much faster, then you could always put your stop here at the highs just because you want to be on the safe side, right? But we're in with micros, so I can care less how much. Now, obviously, if it breaks these highs, I'm gonna take it off. But everything's being traded off here from ES. Just do not take this trade. This is legit just a strategy that I've been working on for a while. Still not at 100%. I am short NQ, but I am not exiting early today. Either you get stopped or you get wicked in. It's gonna be either or. But we'll see. We need to break this low, and we're gonna add. We need to break. I took quick profit on NQ shorts. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Just gotta break. That's all I'm waiting for. A break. Now, why are we shorting here? Remember, we have a point of interest down here, which means there's a reason for NQ for ES to go lower. So obviously right now there's a SIBI, but there was an inverse for value gap here for an entry. So it seems like we are gonna break. I'm gonna go ahead and add here once it retraces a bit, if it retraces. Okay, right, go up a little bit. Let's go ahead and add one more here. All right, we just broke. We didn't close below an imbalance, so I only added one contract. See, we leave it in balance. It's okay, it's okay. When you getting the Lambo, man, I actually don't like Lambos, dude. I don't like cars in general. I work for a dealership where I worked, but I'm a technician, side-by-side technician, motorcycles technician, jet skis. That's what I do. So I'm all about motorcycles, side-by-side, jet skis. You know, that's my passion. The GT3R. See, I didn't even know what that was until you posted a picture, dude. Until you said something about it. I had to go search it up. That's funny. Yeah, dude. That's what I do. I also like long distance shooting. So I love reloading here at home. I go out to the desert, shoot up to a mile. Oh, I don't know nothing about cars, buddy. I have no idea. I'm in the power sports industry. We still haven't broken this low. We need to break this low when I only added one contract here. Let's break with authority. I should have probably waited a bit. I did wait a bit for the retracement, but I still didn't really give me confidence. Remember, do not take this trade. This is legit not an A plus setup. This has nothing to do with our model that we're looking for today. Like, it has nothing to do with this guy. This right here is our A plus setup. This is just going based off an ES. Yeah, so on a higher time frame, the trend is bullish right now. So we're just anticipating that this is going to be the high of day due to ES, right? Now, are we bearish 100%? No, because we're bullish. Now, can ES retrace a bit more? Yes. Right, there's a point of interest down here. Right here. So go ahead and take one contract here. Yes, all eval trades. Yeah, I logged in into my take profit account. This is right here is gonna be a funded though. This right here is a funded trade right here. We're still not there yet though, so who cares if we lose? Who cares? You know, this add-on from earlier would have been fucking nasty. Right here. Powell talking as well. Of course he is. I should probably put a stop loss, honestly, before I blow shit up. What are we down? 60 bucks? Less? That's all good. We could have one more hunt, honestly. That's what I really wanted to see. One more hunt. See how ES failed to break and close below the low? That's not a good thing for us. So if you guys like want to de-risk, just because ES right here is what I would do, right? Now I'm just gonna hold this shit. At this point I'm just gonna hold. But once it starts going with me and breaking lows, I'm gonna add contracts. This right here would be a sign to get out of the trade, but I like taking losses more than wins, you know? Damn, that average dropped a lot when I added down here. I'm gonna put a stop loss at these highs. Remember, this is not an A plus setup. This is legit forward testing if ES is gonna drop down. That's all we're doing here. This is nowhere near any model. Anticipating that ES grabbed the inverse for rally gap, consequent crushing got hit, we entered on NQ. Simple as that. That's all we did. Power of 3, yes. I do pay attention. The reason why I expect a reversal, what do we have here? London close. So we expect a bump, grab buys liquidity, and now expecting a dump, right? However, if I'm actually entering for an A plus setup, I would not be in shorts right now because there's no entry for shorts. There is no inverse for rally gap here, right? There's a SIBI, but no inverse. So this to me right now, this is a gamble, but it's a gamble because I'm just anticipating right here that there's an inverse for rally gap on ES, so we entered a consequent encroachment. Price action went back up. This is when we entered. We entered here when price action hit consequent encroachment at the inverse. However, as you can see, ES dropped 17 ticks, but NQ at the time, it just dropped like 44. So that's all. That's the only reason why I took it. I didn't take it because there's a setup right here. There's a model. I just took it because I wanted to see what price action wanted to do here on ES. It's not me saying, oh yeah, this is 100%, because this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this for an A plus setup. That's all we want. So not until this happens, this is when you take an actual trade. You go heavy. Right now, it was just to test the water, see what the hell price action was to do here. Obviously, did we break below here? We did not. We would have added on NQ, we would have added heavy. But yes, power of 3 I do pay attention to. I like paying attention to power 3. This is why I have this. We have a buy side liquidity here. We finally have a BISI. What do we want to see with this BISI for shorts as an A plus setup? We want this guy to be disrespected, to be converted into an inverse rally gap, the same way ES did it, right? Now, this trade should have been done on ES. It should have never been done on NQ, but that's the risk I was willing to take, right? Enter at the consequent encroachment, and then shorts, 18 ticks. Afraid to go lower. We wanted to add here on NQ based on that. But we entered on this side here. This is when we entered. When ES was here, that's when we entered on NQ. So it's just a different strategy. Well, not a strategy. It's just to see how things work. Honestly, I don't think ES pumps no more. This is most likely a fake out for stop losses. We want it to be an inverse fair value gap. This guy, we want it to be disrespected. As soon as price action comes back into it, that's when I'm gonna go in. What did ES do? It disrespected this guy and went back up to the inverse fair value gap. Price action goes back up into it, and then we'll see what it does here, right? NQ did not disrespect this guy, so there's no need for us to go shorts. How do I copy settings from one chart to another? Why? Because this, what you mean? I say like when you split it, this one looks gray and this one looks white or black. Is that what you're talking about? The original add-ons got fucked here. We would have entered this trade, and yes, we will still be good. Jesus Christ. We just broke structure. 5 minute for value gap here. We might hit the mean threshold. That was our target from earlier. This is what we really wanted. What a bummer. So if you're talking about copy, right click on the charts, go to settings, template, and then let's say this is your main setup. Now you have two different colors. Right? Now background, okay. I don't know if that's what you mean. Or are you talking about because if you have this guy here and then you go into, oh, wrong one. On this side of the chart, you go into the same one. Now you don't have entries. Right? Seems like we're having an inverse fair value gap here. Possible inverse fair value gap. This could be a hunt. I am going to take the trade here if we come back into it. Right here. I will take this trade right here. Color, candle color background, etc. Just have the layout the same. We're still waiting for this candle to close. All right. Oh well, I'll enter there. Think I went into early. We'll see what's up though. I'm gonna take a trim at 50 ticks. Well, we hit 50 ticks, I guess. I didn't get to trim on time. Put stop loss to break even. And we're gonna trim here at 50 ticks. Damn, I didn't get to trim at 50. What a bummer. Reason why I put my stop loss break even is because I did see 50 ticks, so that's my rule. 50 ticks trim partial and then stop loss or break even. This thing could probably go up though into this guy right here. Here, like I'll take a partial here, and then we're gonna put a stop or high, so we just de-risk something, just in case it wants to go higher. Do not take this trade. This is very risky right now, but I do like it a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and add more if it comes up here. So we'll do this. We'll take some partials right now, and then we'll add more. How's ES looking? I bet you ES dump, right? Yep. See? We would have taken this on ES, we'd be fucking lucky right now. That trade from earlier. I might add more here. I just want to see if I can trim real quick. Educational purposes only. Alright. I took another trim here. Took a trim here at 50 ticks. I am going to add more to my position, either on top once we make it here to the inverse. My stop loss is still going to be up here. I'm also going to see if price action breaks these lows. I'll add at the imbalance. ES is what doing. ES is doing what we wanted earlier. Says just have the layout the same. Yeah, just go to settings and hit templates. Took $128 profit on it for ages. This shit did. Oh, no way. Oh my goodness. No way it goes here now. It goes. This might be the drop right here. You gotta be shitting me. Alright, we're gonna stay patient. We're gonna stay patient. We need ES to break these lows. We need it to break the lows. Here, we'll do this. We're gonna eliminate this loader, and then we're gonna go ahead and add one here. We're just adding one contract. If it goes against us up here, then obviously we're gonna add more. So the reason why I added one more is because we came down into the inverse variety gap here. We already tapped into it. So price action could just continue going lower. So I just didn't add full size because of that. Because what if it does go back up? But if it doesn't, hey, it is what it is, right? Now can we break and close below the low with an imbalance? That's a real goal. What did ES do? Broke the lows. Perfect. Take partials whenever you want. So I say if you want to take partials here, take partials. You could have taken partials down here. Your stop can be a break even, dude. 100%. I'm just gonna put it up here because there's times where I just like I fuck shit up. You went longs. It's all good, buddy. Trust your own setup, your own bias. Go ahead and take a partial here. What was your stop loss for longs, dude? You could be right. So down here, I mean, your stop loss for longs I'm assuming you went longs here at this BISI, which means your stop loss was probably down here. Maybe a couple ticks below this. Let's say 10 ticks, just about here. Is that what I'm assuming? Take a partial whenever you guys want. I'm gonna hold this. I already took partials enough to like sacrifice the loss. This is still bullish. It's not bearish yet. We're almost at consequent encroachment here. We're gonna go ahead and add 2 more. Do not copy this. Do not copy this. This is a paper, an evaluation for me. This is paper. Do not copy this. We're still waiting for this main setup right here on the 5-minute time frame. And for sure now it will go higher. Hey, that's the way it happens, is it? It happens. Unfortunately, right? I should have taken partials down here. I didn't do it. I should have done it. And then with the partials I have right now, we can make up for some of the losses if we lose this trade. So we'll lose like $30, $40. It's not that bad, right? At the end of the day, what we're trying to do is here, can we catch the top? We're entering at this inverse rally gap. Can we catch the top of the day? If the answer is no, we get stopped out. If the answer is yes, death is going to be well worth rewarded. It's going to be worth the risk because we're looking at this. We're looking to pyramid all the way down here. That's a lot of ticks, right? Obviously, we want it to go lower, but can we take partials along the way and can we take profits? That's all we're looking for. If the answer is no, then obviously we take the loss. I'm risking 150 bucks right here. We already made a couple partials. We made about 70 something dollars in the partial. So even though I'm risking 150 bucks, in reality, I'm only going to lose $75. You get what I mean? Because we took partials. Now, can your stop loss at break even be should have been there? Yes, 100%, right? Because that's our rule. But right now, I'm just trying to see what ES wants to do. You see how we never broke and closed below this low, the body below the low? That's very bad for us. Because that means this is bullish. Remember, do not copy this trade right now. I did like it a lot. We got a couple good trims. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da-da. We're still in the bullish trend. We still haven't broken the lows. Time is it? 11:40. Lunchtime's about to be here soon. What a bummer. And for sure now it will go up. Yeah, dude, that's the way it works. What was your stop loss though, Ram? This is news most likely. All of this is news. We probably entered during news. I don't know. I didn't check what was going on. Let's see. On the 1 star. What time is it? It's 11:40. Oh, we got the 11:30 4-week bill, the Fed speech. Ah, shit, I didn't even see that. Yep. This is on a pump so bad. How's the 5-minute looking? 5-minute looks good. Say we would have gone longs at the 5-minute. Would we be stopped out here? So if the trade was 45 ticks, we're looking at 55 ticks based on how I trade. I would have been stopped out as well. So this would have been a losing trade for me. And I would target the highs here. That would be my trade. So I would have lost this trade. So we're down 75 bucks here. Just about, maybe a little bit more, honestly. It says 121 here. But we took partials down here. So this would have been a losing trade for me. Remember, this is all eval. It's all paper trade. So do not copy anything I do right now. Now, can we get stopped out and then this thing dies again? It's gonna fucking suck. So I do not recommend you guys copying right now. Remember, our setup is this one. This is what we're looking for. We still do not have this on the 5-minute. Look at that. So we do not take an A+ setup until this. So we always gotta be worried about this, right? Smart. That's why I don't get excited or emotional regarding losses or wins, because when I'm taking these, I'm just forward testing. That's all I'm doing. When I take these, I still don't get emotional, but these right here, I'm happy 100% losing, because this is what I studied for the past year. This is what I do. But we haven't had one of these in a while. Obviously, we had this guy. I would have taken a loss here, but I'm not looking for longs right now. I'm looking for shorts. Price actually came down here. What happened? This happened during the news. 9:30, 9:45. We enter after 10 a.m. unfortunately, but we had news today, so we couldn't enter here. Goes back up, comes into an inverse, and then these are the paper trades we took earlier as well. I should have got in this though with an eval. I should have just done it. If we would have been on those long shorts earlier from ES, we'd still be on them. What the fuck? This is crazy for ES. I'm telling you guys. Sometimes it's just best to take it on ES. At that point, these losses don't happen pretty often. So we would enter on that inverse Farad. Yep, the same way we did here. The exact same reason when we entered down here was because of ES. We would have been up 20, 30 ticks, right? But what did we do? We entered on NQ instead and we got fucked. Well, at least I got fucked for sure. Then what happened on NQ? We had the inverse Farad, broke structure, comes back down, takes the internal lows, goes back up, we enter here. As soon as it wicks in, comes back down, we take partials. When we took partials, we never put our stop loss or break even, and then I just got fucked, right? So lesson of the day here. What did we disrespect? The rule that I have is as soon as we see 50 ticks, my stop loss is at break even. Did I do that? No. Did I take a loss? Yes. So I could have prevented that just if I would have followed my rules, right? But the reason why I'm not following right now is because, one, this is an eval. Two, I'm trying to see if this is the high of day. But as you can see, ES is respecting everything. NQ is not respecting this. So that's the issue that we're having right now, right? Now, I most likely traded this on a news because 11:30 is when news came out. So this was news. I did not see that. So that could have been probably the issue for this loss. Little details like that is always good to like write down. So like my journal, that's what I'm writing down right now. I wrote down like why I took it and like specific reasons. Now these losses, whenever I take these losses, I just make sure I always write down why. I entered on NQ due to ES. Did ES respect the trade? Yes. Did NQ respect the entry? No. Right? Have we had our A plus setup today? No, not yet. So we'll see. We want a SIBI. That's what we want. We want a SIBI. We want to enter at a SIBI. A 5-minute SIBI. The entry here was a SIBI, but this is not a candle that broke structure. So we do not enter here. We enter based off on the inverse. I see what price action does here. This could be the final high of the day, right? Another risk here. Remember, do not take these trades. Anything in the 1 minute is paper. I'm looking for this guy right here. Just making sure. I don't want you guys to like take any trades I take and then I'm taking all these losses. Because I'm obviously not going in heavy. I'm going in with micros. This whole time we didn't break structure with a SIBI here. Unfortunate. Hey Rom, did you ever enter those logs again? What time is it? 50. Got 10 more minutes. See, before that we see something. If not, let's say I'm gonna call it a day for the AM session. I'm just probably gonna stay blank for today, boys. I probably won't take a trade with my funded today at all. We got NFP Thursday, FOMC. What do we have tomorrow, anyways? At the end of the day, if we catch the highs and it drops, we make up all of these losses. The same way when we cut this long here and we continue adding, this makes up for a lot of losses. So, cannot be mad about losing. You're in short right now. Hell yeah. I like shorts. I don't have an entry for shorts at the moment, but I like shorts. ES hasn't broken a low with imbalance, so that's what I'm gonna wait for. I might call it a day here. We'll see what's up. Failure to go higher. See if we break this low with a fair value gap. I'll re-enter. I will re-enter. That'll be the final trade of the day too. Because at that point, I'm just gonna end up blowing a brand new account from Take Profit. Ram, if you're in shorts, seems like it wants to go down. You're about to bang. Hopefully it goes green for you, buddy. Still sucks you got stopped out here on these longs. That sucks. It really does. Ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. What up, y'all? Those are of you who are new. I'm just gambling my way through life right now, man. Trying to figure out what trades to take, what trades to not full port, you know? I'm kidding, yeah. Paper trading today, guys. If you guys are new. Just paper trading today. We're looking for an A plus setup on the 5-minute time frame. We'll take a funded account here. Other than that, do not copy this. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Right. Entry for longs right here. That's not bad, but see, we almost hit this guy. Let's see if we do it. You know, sometimes I've noticed where we hit buy side liquidity, we then come down, we disrespect this guy, we re-enter, and then we get fucked. And we do that multiple times, right? But then that one time we don't do it, the trade goes our way. So at the end of the day, sometimes it's worth risking everything. Like risking every opportunity. Because you never know which opportunity is going to be the correct one. You just don't know. For example, here, price action did an inverse fair value gap, but no BISI. Never came back down to it. You're out. You were in shorts, right? Yeah. Yeah, I would hope you're out. See, even if I would have taken longs, I would have lost this trade. I would have lost this trade due to the wick here. So doesn't matter what I do. It would have been on a. All right, we just hit the mean threshold. I'm expecting a rejection here. See if this guy converts into an inverse for rally gap. This is gonna be the final short of the day. What time is it anyways? Oh yeah, it's already lunchtime. Not worth it. Might call it a day here, guys. I might just gonna wait for the PM session and see if we get anything good on the PM session. Overall, we took a red on this eval. I'm down about 200. Let's see, about $230 on this eval. No funded account trade today at all. So at the end of the day, we're white, we're blank, break even. Good paper trade today though. See what happens here. All-time high on ES. Very bullish still. Well, I'll catch up with you guys later. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go make some food. I'll be back later.